Hello guys, and welcome to episode 18 of my Tiraspol campaign in Star Division 2, playing on the Axis side. Previously we managed to destroy the AA that was covering the Soviet pocket here. That's going to give us a lot more flexibility with our aircraft. But today we just got to decide what we want to do next. I believe all of our movements were made up here near Tiraspol. So it's just a matter of deciding where we want to attack across the front. And I think I'm probably going to start trying to move in this infantry behind here to maybe cut some of this off preemptively before maybe trying to get across the crossing myself and link up with my own forces there. We will see. I'm also kind of tempted to try and push through here onto these units in order to get a foothold on the other side of the bridge and then again connect with the forces on the left hand side. So let's make the movements here at least. I'm going to get the mountain battalion to move through. I'm probably just going to try and cut up and across toward the 37th Army HQ, which has Strafniki. Lots of Maxims in there, and the mortars. They're going to be backed up by a rifle regiment and a guards rifle regiment. It will be okay though to move forwards quite aggressively towards those, especially with units like these, the 20th Mountain Battalion, which have some really good elite forces. So I'm going to push that one right up in their face. Well, there's actually way more units than I thought there was. Okay. Well, that's something to note, that's for sure. This unit is a bit damaged. The first company is really beat up. We've certainly lost quite a few men in that one. What about the infantry regiment? Yeah, we've lost quite a lot of infanterists. Like, a lot of these units are a little bit damaged. This one's kind of fresh though, so let's move that up. And I'm probably going to just use this one to dig in. I might move across a little bit more though. Yeah, if we move across to here and we can dig in, we can have the penal battalion just back us up here. And then this unit can kind of try and push through a bit more. Yeah, that seems okay. And I'm just going to tuck this one in behind here. So we'll keep that as a blob pushing through. I am tempted to bring up the tank destroyer battalion. I don't think we need it here to support. That should be fine. We could potentially make some attacks into the front here, but if we're going to go for the encirclement, I don't think that's necessary. I didn't mean to dig in that unit. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to bombard this assault group. The main reason I'm doing that is just to prevent them from moving up. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to move across. I'm probably going to attack this unit just to beat them back. We'll set up a unit there to defend against the units coming across the sort of crossing here. And then we'll try and beat down these units and link up to this left-hand side. This left unit is very beat up though. Is it this one or is it one further back? I think it was this one further back. Right, this one's not too bad. I might be able to shift that one forwards and link up with it. So that's kind of the plan. Alright, let's potentially move around this recon group as well. I was thinking about the recon groups, they have the 4 action points, which is really, really useful. I'm also kind of tempted to move up some units behind over here. Keep tucking them up a little bit. It's not very good places for me to place my units because of all of the trees. We do have these reinforcements coming up. Where is their airfield? I think they come in maybe from Odessa. Probably want to shift this to the right. But I'm not sure we're going to be able to move through here too well. I'm going to move this armoured recon battalion all the way up so I can at least move that up onto the road there. We're hitting a bit of a bottleneck on the front line. Might have to just start moving them across like so. Lift that up. This unit doesn't need to be dug in anymore. Get these up. That one can move around. Move the recon units into positions where we can flank. I think it's probably the best bet. Get all of those to move up. Okay. These can continue round. Cool. So most of this movement is done then around this pocket, because I don't think I want to force any attacks just yet. Unless I could maybe bombard units that are reinforcing and take out disorganized units, that could be a reason to attack. But they do still have some pretty chunky units here, especially like the 6th Guards Rifle Corps with the IS-2s, which are reasons really not to push too deep, because if we get counterattacked and I can't support them properly, then it's going to end badly. We can definitely still bombard units though, so I'm probably going to bombard that unit now I mention it. We can bombard this unit and just kind of hold on here for a little bit with the attacking. Here, well, this unit's not even dug in. We should probably make sure that's the case. Alright, this unit can probably just bombard this one. Alright, okay, so do I want to make an attack here? If I use my artillery correctly, I could certainly try and make this work. We also do need to take out the 4th Guards Mech Corps, because it managed to get across the river. This would be the unit we attack. So the reinforcements would be this Guards Rifle Regiment and this one. So can I bombard both of those? It's going to be close. Bombard that. Bombard this. And then attack this. This is so risky. So risky. Nothing can reinforce in phase A, can it? That can actually fight on its own. Or maybe we send the Fusiliers forwards, because then at least I can kind of move them afterwards, potentially. But that unit is pretty beat up. This one's the only one that's like relatively healthy. Okay. Now what? I guess we kind of have to attack this unit if we're gonna do that. This is crazy. What am I doing? Yeah, we'd have to make more of a foothold here by pushing back the Guards Rifle Regiment on the right-hand side too. And then that unit's not going to attack me next turn anyway, so and none of these can initiate attack. So this unit's actually not too bad. Like, it's not in a terrible position. Unless I don't kill this. Although this is actually really beat up, so maybe we'll be okay. But that unit can reinforce it. So it's definitely going to be a really tough fight. We'd have to push forwards with our really depleted defensive units. Oh my. Yeah, we'd have absolutely nothing on the ground. And we can't bring in aircraft because of the AA. So we'd have to use this unit, and the Fusiliers most likely. And they'd bring in... I mean, the worst they could do is bring in something in phase C that's actually going to do some damage, but the stuff that they can bring in phase A is fine. Other than the 34th Guards Rifle Division. Chernos and Sapere. Do we do it? Do we do it? I think we do. Alright, let's go. This is gonna be crazy. If we can't make ground fast enough, we are so screwed. Because the artillery will start getting the better of us really badly. So I've got to make good use of like mortars to push forwards fast. Holy, what have I done? Yeah, we'll place down a bunch of mortars at the start. And we'll use these to break down the enemy forces that we're up against. And then push forwards from there. Alright. I do have some MGs, so that's good. But veterancy is going to be key to get good use out of my units. So, push forwards like so. I can get some MGs into good positions, but they're going to have to remain mobile, because otherwise they're just going to get killed again by enemy artillery. Let's just do units of 3. It's a lot easier for me to micro if I do it like this. I'm going to put a couple units here with an MG early on. And we're just going to push them through, and then maybe I can go grab this town flag. That little village there. I'm just so light on forces, I really am. We'll have these zoom up here, where the Grenführer. And then we're going to bring in Grenadiers on this side. I think for this battle, I'm probably going to aim for a minor victory, because I don't think we're going to be able to pull off anything bigger than that. Maybe. We'll see. Once I get to the edge of here, I can bring in my IGs, and we can make some ground that way, and I'll bring in some on this side as well. So what's the battle? Just get our foothold going, and then we can see what we want to bring in afterwards. Pioneer's probably a good shout. They're going to have like a lot of sapperday though, so got to be careful of like the close range engagements. If I can get through the forests here early on, then I don't have to deal with the close range engagements against the sapperday, which would be good. If I can't do that, then it's going to be really rough. Like really, really rough. Right, so we're going to have these Grens move around here. Oh, they're going to bringing up the Maxim. We need to kill that. Oh, that was lucky. He just pinned down all of those units. Okay. Get these unloaded. Bring up the Pioneer on this side. Move all of this up. Whenever we see like a dug-in unit or like a support weapon or something, then I'll probably just use one of my mortars here, or a couple of them, to pin them down. Now the artillery is already coming in. Alright, we gotta run away from that position. I mean, that's just a mortar, so it's nothing too crazy. We're currently 19-5. This battle might take a little while just because it's like so tedious. I'm gonna have to move my mortars after I fire them every time as well. Alright, thankfully that's only pinning down these ones and not this one. So able to kill that relatively quickly. Okay, let's keep these moving up. Keep the leader with them. That is a Zis 2, okay. Oh, we lost an Apple Blitz, oops. Big oopsie. That's not good at all. That unit's gonna have to fall back. Same here. Just gonna have that one do nothing. Just chill. Because that's gonna come around the corner and we should be able to get the better of it with this grenadier unit. Yep, there we go. Let's move this up and engage that Maxim as well. Good. Hopefully we can take out the NKVD there, and then if we do that we can take out the ZIS-2 afterwards. Let's make sure we're mortaring these units. Make sure to move them afterwards as well. So far so good though, it hasn't been that extreme. I'm going to assume it's because they have a lot of units at the back, which are like artillery forces. That's going to have to fall back because the NKVD is doing a bit of damage there. More to that and move. Fine. I'm going to actually just move these up because they're going to lack in range if I leave them behind. Is that direct firing my grenadiers right now? I think it's trying to, but it keeps changing position. Let's just try and mortar that if we can. Okay, it's not firing directly at us, that's good. We're going to bring in a Battlefielder here. And a Pioneer. Okay, let's move these before artillery lands on our face. We'll keep that unit out of the way. Bring in a new Gren on that side. Oh, that Grenadier got popped. Direct hit. Let's make sure these keep moving. And I think what we're going to do is we'll bring up a couple of IGs for the middle here. Keep that IG moving. If we can get that 152 pinned down at least, that'd be great. Stop it firing like directly at things. Okay, Grenadier's done the job on that left side. Good. I'm going to bring up an IG-33 on that side. Keep these moving. We have managed to take control of the trees on this left side, which is really, really good for us. Because we kind of are always going to do relatively well at range, and that's kind of what I've got to work around. Oh, it's actually, wow, okay. That is 2 ML20s. I'm going to want to make sure I hit those. Gonna have these go around the edge on this side so they can't get shot by that 152. Yeah, they definitely deployed quite a lot further up. grenadier got killed. Oh, good. I'll bring in an MG on this side. Okay, great. Now we can move these forwards. Let's mortar this again. Don't want it to fire. Again, direct fire. Add anything. We're going to move my Aufklärer back. And we're going to move the IG to the side. I should have like another IG here. Yeah, we'll bring in one on the far right side there. And I'm tempted to bring in an IG-33 sort of here that can help us out. So now we're able to kind of like control the range engagement towards the center. We can almost definitely force at least a minor victory. If I can go for more, then I will. But it's not necessarily that important. We just need to make sure that this unit gets pushed back and takes a lot of damage in the process. Alright, we'll unload that, pull that back. These Maxims. You get rid of them. Okay, let's push up with the Grenadiers across the open here. Get the Pioneer to move across the open with the Battlefeuer. You can move up these Grens as well now. Hopefully there's not too many more ML20s and stuff in our way. We do have the mortar support relatively close if we need it. So that's okay. Keep these moving. Keep them getting closer. Alright, that's good. Let's bring in some more of these MG42s. Across the open areas. Because they have the 1,250 meter range, they always have time to set up. Makes them pretty good in those sorts of situations where nothing can really fire back at them. Even if it's like a Maxim or something. I guess it really depends on if you can spot it though. If you can spot what you're firing at. Okay, I'm going to bring in another Aufklärer here. And I think what I might do... Kind of tempted to bring in all of these because we have lots of points. And we can use them to counter battery if we see anything firing at us. That's going to fire potentially at my IG. Maybe that was something else that fired at it, but that was a direct hit. Very nasty. It must have been this that did direct fire it. My Kubo got popped. Oops. My MG. Okay, let's have this MG move up. Good, we're certainly chunking these units. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to move them towards the road. Get them resupplied. The direct fire from the IG should do the job. Let's have the Grenadiers move through in the centre. Just keep everything slowly moving up. There will be nothing they can do. I'm not even sure if they brought in... they must have brought in the unit with the Sapling, because so many is just threes. What's this twos? Yeah, I'm not sure. This has been much simpler than I expected to a certain degree. Like, obviously I've had to make sure that I'm still microing all my units relatively well so that they stay on the move, but Yeah, for the most part, it hasn't been too bad. Oh, that AT gun is getting sprayed by 4 MG42s. Yep, goodbye. Oh, 122. I don't think we're anywhere near that with any of our artillery, so we'll have to use these. We do have corrected shot, so I guess that's going to help. Right, let's just mortar this. And then we can move all of these back up. Alright, 3 minutes left. Gonna be a bunch of mortar fire coming down here soon. They're moving out in the open. I guess I could bring up like a Pack 40 maybe, just to help out. We have got the major victory now, so we're at least gonna make them disheartened. Might destroy them because the unit was already pretty weak. I'll try and go for a total victory though. Oh, the direct hit, ouch. That annihilated that unit. It's definitely Cherno, so there's probably Sapley as well. Get these MGs to move across the bridges. Get the IG to move up. Alright, Grenadiers cleared that out. Keep the IG moving forwards. I really have nothing left, huh? I've got a few Fusilier squads. Can come up. But that is victory. Yeah, not going to be able to capture any more flags quick enough. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah. Cool. 80 kills, 7 losses. That could have been a lot worse. Like, honestly, that was really, really nice. Because it allows us to get across the river now. So that unit's going to be disorganized. This unit might just be destroyed. Nope, they're disorganized as well. Oh, nice. That worked out really well. Yeah, fantastic. Alright, so we'll put forwards one of the more replenished units further back here. Let's see. I think this unit's pretty good. Yeah. So we've made a little bit of a bridgehead across the river. Now, if we can continue the momentum here, that would be fantastic, because I might be able to break some units up and around to the top road, which would then end up encircling all of this lot. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do about the right hand side though, because it's going to be very difficult for me to encircle this lot unless I push through on this side, which I don't really want to do, because going across the river or going across the water, like I guess it's just the sea, it would be kind of silly since none of these are, I guess, made to go across the sea. But I will let them attack me this turn, I think, if they want to. We'll bombard the AA because I don't want them to set that up. But otherwise they can use the rest of them to push on to us. We'll have all of these try and continue up the road here. We've got the 3rd Armour Group on the way to help out. I might have the 3rd Armour Group come all the way across to this bridge and then help with the push through. That would be something we could do. Yeah, but otherwise, I think most of our movement's done. I just need to, I guess, move up some troops a bit further. Let's see. I could move up the Tank Destroyer Battalion onto the bridge. That would be able to reinforce in Phase B if any of those get attacked. And just kind of shift these forwards. That Mountain Battalion we'll put on the road. Oh, actually, I should have used it to attack this. Maybe I should have bombarded it as well. That's going to be quite difficult to deal with. We do have the Provisional Battalion here with a few Panzerträgs. But they could also attack this unit, so keeping units here with enough points would be important. We could also bomb them. Let's see. But then that would take out the bombers from being available. Do I even have bombers? Air recon, superiority. No. Okay. Do we get any bombers eventually? We do get the 4th Bomber Wing, which is HE-111s. Okay. What are these? Sturmjäger and Jäger? Oh, these are actually pretty good. Yeah, very nice. Jäger, Sturmjäger. Sturmjäger squads are brutal in the right hands. These are Luftwaffe Jägers. Okay. Some of them are. Interesting. Alright, well, not too much more to look at there. Right, let's just try and work out if there's anything else I can do. This is a little bit of a problem. It really is. Like, being able to attack them myself preemptively could be a good idea. They're not covered with AA, so I could just use the Provisional Battalion and then bring in some aircraft that can kill the Su-85s here. I mean, it's not really the Su-85s that are the problem, really. It's more likely the Shermans that would be an issue, even though there's only a couple of them. Do I get any cluster planes? I don't think I do. We'd have to probably just like Ju-87 them in the face. I think it'd be better if we let them attack us. They'd only have 1 unit anyway. We'd have then defenses. If they attack that unit, we'd just reinforce it with aircraft anyway. So, yeah, I think we'd let them decide what they want to do there. And then maybe we attack them next turn. So we're not moving any of these. Although I might want to bombard some of their units just to make sure the attacks don't get too crazy on our front line. So that's those done. We'll leave those as they are. We've done our bombardments there. Bombardments are all done around here. All of this moves up. So I think we move on to the next turn. And we're under attack. Alright, so 24th Guards Airborne Regiment coming at the 1st Battalion of the 106th Infantry. They'll back themselves up probably with some artillery. Either the light artillery or the howitzers. What do we want to back it up with? I'm thinking some Fusiliers, which should be fine. This infantry unit's going to be quite simple to deal with because a lot of it's just descents. The AT guns and Cis-3s don't really matter. I guess it's just OBs that are going to be a problem, but they don't seem to have any, I don't believe. Oh yeah, they do. They've got 3 of them. Yeah, we're going to have to take those out. We could bring in the 30th Army Corps to get the Nashorns involved. That could be pretty fun. I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to bring in the Fusilier Battalion. We'll bring in this one. Yeah, that's fine. It's tactical battle. Jump on in. So it's going to be pretty simple on the defenses since it is just an infantry unit. We're just going to have like the MG out in the open. And most of my things just as far forwards as I can. We'll put the 75 bunker over here as usual. With, let's see, MG42. We'll definitely want one here. And I'm kind of tempted to have one in here as well. Okay, Black 37 or Pack 37 up the road maybe. Do a Pack 50, I think that'd be more reliable. We can do one this way. We need one on the main road in the middle. We'll need an AT gun on this side as well. I'm going to put a couple of them down on that side. It's always difficult to like determine where exactly I need to place all these. Let's put another one behind that one and maybe one on this side. I have another 75 more bunker that we can maybe place a bit further back here. Should be able to catch most of the transports like that. Alright, let's place down my infantry. I might have to do trenches actually. We'll just definitely do something like this, like with the barbed wire, just make sure that they can't get too close to us too quickly. Best way for me to do infantry is generally like this, so I'll put down units like so. I'm going to put these in trenches, I think. Some of them we'll just have in like the corner of cover. Like in the trees, probably a decent place for a lot of these. Definitely want a couple of MG42s on this left side. Alright, let's go through and deploy trenches. Although I do probably want to put down leaders first, let's do that. So leaders, like so. Sometimes I like to skip through these deployments, but I think sometimes it's fun for you guys to see how I do it. This is a very rough deployment for me because I don't really need to deploy that like that badly. Like I don't have to make the defense perfect. In some cases, it's better to do so. We could bring up like a Nashornführer just to sit next to the bunker here. I could do the same on this side actually. I just have like one of these Nashorns further back just to pop stuff up the road. We've also got a Befehlpanzer too. Be really useful as a commander to give this lot extra veterancy whilst also doing a lot of damage to enemy armor. Or not armor, infantry. I have some Ersatz MGs. Should bring these in at the start. And Ersatz Pioneers are pretty good as well. Put some of them in the trees. Help us out. Stahlswache is good, but don't think we need them. I think the other thing is just Fusiliers. We'll dot a few of these around with our infantry. Just to make sure that we can see things. And then wherever we have infantry that's not in heavy cover, we will give them a trench. Alright, let's do it. So trench there. I'm going to put a trench back here, like so. And I might do the same here. So I'm probably going to have most of those in the cover. I'm going to pop a leader with those. I might end up missing a couple units here and there, but overall I think we'll be alright. Almost out of trenches. I almost used them all up. Okay, cool. I'll put one unit, I think, on this right side. Alright, that'll do. I think we launched the battle. Is there anything else I want to put down? Oh, don't think so. Let's go. So yeah, I could certainly put down potentially the gun pits for IGs and stuff, but don't think that's necessary. The idea of this trench line is to shoot stuff when it comes up onto the hill, if it comes up onto the hill. Although I'm kind of hoping that my Nashorn will be able to kill plenty of stuff on this main road. I might have to bring in some supply for these Nashorns because they're going to be smashing the HE rounds. We're going to want to get rid of this actually, this OB. How am I going to do that? Mortars? Let's bring in a few mortars, see if I can get rid of it before it kills my bunker. I think the other thing I could do is bring in like a Grundführer over to smoke it, but I don't think I have a Grundführer to do that. It's probably dead then, unfortunately. Oh wow, that bunker's getting absolutely melted on the left side by the artillery. I guess the artillery could make things very difficult for me. So I might have to be a bit careful about it. Yeah, that bunker's already gone, but we have the mortars coming in now. We can use it to focus down the OBs. Oh, my MG got blown up by the OB on this side. Might want to move this infantry over. Get down that trench to the right side. Also gonna have to keep an eye on my Nashorn because the Nashorn might get targeted too. I'm gonna want to have this under control. Let's go for some pioneers. And a couple of Stabsfacher that can try and keep control of that flag. So I think if we have 20 or maybe even 21, like I could have the Azaz Pioneer move down here, then we can, yeah, we cut the timer in half, so we won't have to defend as long. That's pretty important. Let's move these into cover. I'm probably going to have to move them after they fire, but we will see how things go. Let's move back that MG. And so far so good. We just need to get these units into position here and then we can hold 21 flags. Then we pretty much always maintain like the 13-minute timer. Those units, they're just going to get blown up by the grenade. There we go, just jump them out so we don't take too much damage. You're going to get another unit in there? I'm really going for that MG bunker. I might have to move back the MG42 here. Alright, we'll keep the Stealthmark on the side. Pioneers a little bit further back. Gonna get that MG to move before it gets killed. Might have to bring in some more units here just to help. I'm trying to engage them when they get out of range, but yeah, that works. Alright, we're holding on. Both of those died. Ooh. Did lose my Nashornführer. Oops. I guess I could start walking in a load of Versatztruppen here. This is almost out of HE shells. I might just move it back for the time being. I don't think it's terribly important that it's there anymore. Losing the Nashornführer, yeah, doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Like in my campaign, it's not really going to make much of a difference. What I'm going to do though, we're going to bring another MG further back. I do have quite a lot of MGs, so we can use these to good effect. There goes the MG bunker. Oh. That's unfortunate. Let's get that Ersatz MG forwards. I think I'm going to try and mortar the 122 and the 152. That's almost out of ammunition. I'll probably use the upper blitz I brought in to resupply the 81s to resupply the MG. Probably the best bet. I'm hoping some of those mortar rounds land on the transports. I'm going to bring these in and put them on counter battery. I'm just going to do that and then move them. Quite risky, because they could already be counter battery aiming at us, but we'll hold on for now. Oh, losing this flag is costing us a little bit there. Maybe I can push forwards on that. This road is an absolute death trap. They're getting close though, thanks to the artillery. There's a lot of stuff there. They're building up big time. But at least we captured this flag. Gonna shorten the defensive timer a little bit. 8 minutes to go. Good charge of the descents. They're trying to push through here. They're pretty nasty though. Let's move this back. We'll hit the maxim there. If there's any other guns that are in range for me to mortar, like enemy arty in particular, I'll probably try and counter battery them with the mortars. Wow, okay. Let's move those back. I think that was aimed at this 120. There's another one coming in there. I mean, I'll probably fire at that because it's going to be on the main road. Do I have any good close range infantry? Could probably bring in the Feldgendarmerie to kind of hold this at close range. These units really fall back. Gonna bring up some Fusiliers here to hold on. Let's get them back into the trench. Gonna move up the upper blitz to try and resupply some of these MGs because I'm pretty sure these grenadiers are going to be running low on ammunition soon. Gotta cut these down as they try and cross the open there. Oh, but the artillery coming in. That is harsh. Pull back. I really don't think like the descents are a problem. It's really is just the artillery that makes it difficult when we're playing out these battles. I really don't have that much that can counter battery. And even if I can counter battery like I'm going to do here, these are going to get targeted like immediately afterwards. Oh, it looks like my leader took a shot to the face there. My 81mm mortar got caught in the artillery. Alright, let's get these Fusiliers unloaded. And I'm gonna give them attack orders to go to the trenches. Alright, so I'll try and get rid of that 152. That one's moving. It's fine. That bunker still firing there is great. Let's have these Ersatztruppen and try and push forwards onto that town. Need that Opel Blitz to leave. Are they mortaring my Panzer II? I think they might be. I'm gonna move it back and then push it up the road a little bit there. Right, 7 minutes remaining. Panzer II getting involved. Very good. Unfortunately, my Stabswache died here. Let's see what else I can bring in. We'll just bring in more Fusiliers. Because both the Stabswache that were protecting that flag got taken out. Alright, let's just put down some mortar rounds there. We'll keep moving them to the right. Gonna bring in the IG-33 here. Gonna bring in an IG-18 there. Do I have any more supply trucks? We have a couple. Bring those in. Well, that's a 152, very close up there. Definitely want to mortar that. As that's Truppen. I've actually pushed forwards pretty well. They're getting forced to fall back pretty fast as well, but they are disheartened after all. Let's move this. I completely forgot I brought in these guys at the back. But I don't expect them to last for very long, if I'm completely honest. Might be better to just target this. Those 50mm mortars doing a lot of damage to that bunker. Dot a few Nashorns around. Got so many points, might as well. It's actually turned out to be a pretty epic defense. And the Grenadiers been really messed up there. I think those actually outrange my Panzer II, so I've got to be careful. Do have to be careful. But Felschen Armory still holding against the descents. Yeah, see how long these 105s last before they start getting counter-batteried. Honestly, I have so many targets on the field, maybe they just will survive because of that. Only 45 seconds left. I was going to try and get that grenadier out of there, but then just watched him die. "20 seconds left. What a fight this was. Look at the craters. And the places where my bunkers were utterly destroyed. Wow. 21 minutes, 54 seconds, 25 losses, 170 kills. That MG42 absolutely ripping those Desantniki to shreds. Pack 50 get loads of kills there. On the left side, those bunkers did really well. We didn't really lose too much. I did lose my commandant in the end to the F-22. But yeah, that was fun, getting the Nelsons involved at least. Didn't really need to, but yeah. Alright. 72 Desantniki destroyed. That's a lot of squads. They're all going to be disorganized. Alright, now we're under attack over here by the 1118th Rifle Regiment and potentially the 66th Rifle Corps, which does have some T-34s, so gotta watch out for that. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. I'm going to leave it here. In the next episode, we will play out this defense and any other defenses we need to do against the Soviet attacks, and then we will press on ourselves. Counter-attack across the bridge again, continue across from Tiraspol. I'm really happy with how this turned out, even though we might get hammered pretty hard here in the future, but we will see. That is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.